Hey everybody, it's B Diz the Rockstar, part of SuperObvious. In this video, I'm talking about the last 8 episodes of the Walking Dead series. Let's go. I'm not going over everything in the last 8 episodes, but a lot of the highlights. Oh, and all of this will not be going in order, so keep up. One of the big things that happens is Pamela, the leader of the Commonwealth, makes her son Sebastian give a speech that he does not want to do. He is rehearsing a bunch of positive words that aren't genuine at all. While he is ranting to Max about how this is all bullshit, she is secretly recording everything. During the event where Sebastian is supposed to give his speech, Eugene basically hijacks the sound system and plays the footage of him telling how everything in the Commonwealth is a lie. During this time, a huge walker breach happens. Sebastian tries to send Max to a walker to die, but Eugene makes a save, pushing a walker into Sebastian. While a walker is on him, and him begging for help, everyone just watches because we all know the kind of piece of shit he is. He gets bit, and it is super gross looking. So Pamela has Eugene arrested, and since she controls everything, she has Eugene locked up and he is going to be charged with the murder of her son. Oh, previously before that, Daryl tried to give Judith Rick's revolver, which she refused, but during the walker breach, she wanted to help and Daryl gave her the revolver. There's the death of Lance, from him attempting to kill Daryl and Carol, which shows how stupid he is. Lance and Sebastian were horrible people, and we are glad that they are gone. While a bunch of our characters are captured by the Stormtroopers, Ezekiel is approached by Negan to try and work together so they can escape. Ezekiel tells him how he hasn't forgot how Negan killed a bunch of his people. Ezekiel, Princess, and others are scoping security opportunities on how to escape. This goes wrong with Negan about to be super shot and executed in front of everyone. It gets even worse with his pregnant girl Annie about to get executed as well. You feel the moment of them both about to die, but it's a spoiler that we know Negan isn't going to die because he is in the show with Maggie. If this wasn't spoiled, there would have been a legit moment of viewers thinking Negan could actually die, but that was taken away. Ezekiel walks in front of them while giving a speech on how broken the world is, and it doesn't have to be this way. A bunch of other people stand in front of Negan and Annie to prove a point. The warden still orders the Stormtroopers to shoot all of them, but before that can happen, Daryl stabs the warden right in the back, and it's awesome. There's Rosita holding a walker and wanting a guy to talk so she can find Coco. When the guy refuses to talk, she drops the walker on him and he gets bit. We have the trial for Eugene. Yumiko has experience, so she represents to defend him, but this whole trial is rigged for Eugene to be found guilty. When Yumiko talks about the lottery and says the whole thing is a lie, she starts winning over the crowd, but when Pamela talks about the tape and how it was rigged and says it's not her son, it seems like Yumiko starts losing the momentum she had building for Eugene. Now, we gotta talk about a lot of the bad stuff that happens to our people. We have Lydia, who got her arm bit while trying to keep Elijah from being stuck in a zombie horde, and she has to get her arm chopped off so she doesn't turn. We also have Luke, that dies. Oh, there is a big shootout between our people in the Commonwealth where Pamela shoots at Maggie and Judith pushes Maggie out the way and gets shot. From Pamela's reaction, it was an accident, but if the circumstances were the same, it should have been like when Daryl shot and killed Dawn for killing Beth. No talking or excuses, you're dead. Daryl gives Judith some of his blood, and a walker smashes a door with a rock, leaving the hospital with a bunch of walkers. Since Judith is injured, they barricade her in a room, and it definitely nods at Rick and how he was in a hospital when the show first started. More bad news, Rosita goes through a lot to get her kid Coco back, just for her to get bit from falling into a bunch of walkers. She hides it at first, everyone later knows about it, and she dies. It's super sad. We have the variant zombies, who can turn doorknobs to open doors, pick up blunt objects, and also climb stuff.
What the fuck?
The variant zombies were kind of teased and supposed to be a part of the walkers from the start of the show, but got scrapped because of like problems with creative or something. But these kind of zombies would be a whole other kind of threat in the Walking Dead universe. The focus should be back more on the walkers and not other humans all the time, in my opinion. Pamela had previously been briefed that the community had been breached by a lot of zombies, especially the variant ones, and her decision is to take away the guards, leaving thousands of people vulnerable to die, just so she can up the security around her area. Towards the season finale, Pamela is stuck between our people and a gate that has a whole bunch of walkers trying to get in. She sees a turned Lance and tries to let herself get bit rather than pay for everything she has done. Before she can get bit, Walker Lance gets shot. We see Daryl leaving to go and find Rick. Carol was supposed to go with him, leading into their spin-off show together, but the actress pulled out of the spin-off, so Daryl is going on his own. The ending of the final episode is seeing and hearing Rick, which we already knew wasn't dead. Also, Michonne writing letters to each other. Michonne is on a horse heading to a super duper huge horde of walkers. Rick is on the beach where a CRM helicopter finds him and tells him to come with them. As far as my review, the closing of The Walking Dead, after it being out for over a decade, I think they wrapped the show up pretty good. I know me and other fans were hoping they would at least mention or reference Rick in some kind of way on how he could still be alive out there, and they definitely gave that to us. We also see how the show isn't ending, but also just beginning with spin-offs for Negan and Maggie, another one for Daryl, and another one for Rick and Michonne. Like I said, I know there was more that happened, but I wanted to go over some of the highlights for the last batch of episodes for season 11 and the series finale. Let me know how you felt about the last season. Are you excited for the spin-offs? Like and share the video, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.